Hello and welcome to Renaissance Minis. Today I'm going to be working on a few projects. I'm going to be working a little bit on the outside, changing the color here a little bit on the stonework in the front. Since it's the holidays, I'm going to be putting a Christmas tree in as well and show you how you can decorate your dollhouse with Christmas trees. So let's get started. I'm going to be using these trees that I got at Hobby Lobby. They have different sizes in these, so depending on what scale you're working with, I'm working with half scale or 1/24 scale. If you're working with 1/12 scale, which is the average dollhouse scale size, you want to go up one size. These trees are coming in at about 2 inches tall. They have a little bit of frosting on them, which I like. And we're just going to decorate this and put it in the dollhouse. I have some green fabric here, which was left over from an earlier project. And I'm going to make like a little tree skirt here by cutting a circle. I'm going to cut just like that. We're going to slip this, much like you would do on a real tree. We're going to slip this around the bottom, and then we'll have to see if it's the right size. Just going to cover that base part. But the base part you want to leave on because it's going to give you a great foundation to glue the tree down or putty the tree down. If you have a beautiful, exquisite dollhouse, of course, you don't want to glue anything down. In all my creations, I always hot glue everything to the walls and stuff because I get frustrated with stuff tipping over. But if you have a beautiful dollhouse, you don't want to do that. So you might want to use some wax. You can use Max earplug wax from the store and stick it down with some wax or something designed for dollhouses. I think that looks pretty good. I think I want to go a little bit smaller on the skirt part. That is perfect. So then I'm going to go ahead and tack this down. You can use tacky glue too. I'm a hot glue girl. I'm very much addicted to hot glue. And if you live in a warmer climate, of course, using hot glue is probably not a good idea. But we're just going to put a little glue there. You can use tacky glue. Works great with fabric as well. And we're just going to glue that little tip down there. I'm going to trim it just a little bit more and make sure it's as even as I can get it. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a little dab of glue in this area here around the base. Spread that down there. We're just going to press that there so that it sits like a normal tree skirt would fit on a tree base. Kind of give it like a ruffled effect just in spots, not gluing it all down, just parts of it. So and it looks more like a natural progression there. I'm not going to worry about this fabric fraying, but if you're worried about the fabric fraying, you can always put some fabric glue around the edges on the underside just to keep it from fraying. Once I glue this into the dollhouse, it's not going to move, so I'm not too concerned about that right now. All right, so there's our little tree, and once it's glued down, it's not going to tilt either, so we're just going to see. Still not really happy with this side of it, so I'm going to take a little bit more fabric off. There. That looks good. All right. It'll sit straight when I glue it, but for now, we're going to go with the ornaments. And I think I'm going to use tacky glue to apply these. This is going to dry clear, but essentially you can just stick the bead into the hairs of the tree and they should stay. But I'm going to go ahead and just secure it with a little bit of glue. I'm going to use the tacky glue. dip some of that in there and then just place the ornaments on. Find whatever bead size works for you. I don't know how many millimeters these beads are, but they're really tiny. I have this red ribbon here from Ofre, which is what I found at Walmart in their craft sewing section. I think I'm going to wrap the tree in this. So I'm going to have to apply some glue. This is going to be the back of the tree here. So we're going to put some hot glue in the back of the tree. And we're going to start our string there. Try not to get this everywhere. And I'm just going to turn the tree around very gently, and I'm going to put a few tabs of hot glue in the back just to secure it. Don't want to see the hot glue on the front of the tree, so I'm going to do all the securing in the rear part of the tree. Much like when you decorate your Christmas tree, you want all of your ornaments to be front and center. So we're just going to do this, and then we're going to tack this piece back here, and that should complete it. I'm going to double tack there. And the problem with glue, hot glue, is the glue strings, but we're not going to worry about that. There we go. That looks really nice. Just pull those hot glue strings off of there. I'm going to come in with some really super fine scissors here and just trim anything up that I don't like, including any hot glue strands that are exposed. There we go. And now we got our little ribbon on our tree. All right, let's do some presents. For the presents, we're going to use our trusty foam board. So we're going to cut some strips here, some wide, some thin. We want different size presents. I think I'm just gonna make my blades a little dull. We're gonna take the paper off the back of the foam because now we're going to stack these pieces. We have our two different sizes here. I prefer using Dollar Tree foam board because the paper comes off really easy on it. So here's one example here. I broke it, but we're not going to worry about that. I'm just going to take a little square piece like this. It's going to be like a little present. And you can paint on the color of the present, or you can glue ribbon to it. And I'm just going to make a few little pieces there. One thing I like about working with half scale is that it doesn't take much for detail. I like to use these surgical tools for something like this in this craft. Working with miniatures, these come in so handy, and you can lock them here if you need to hold the item so you don't lose it. And these are great for like being able to place things and hold things while you're gluing. I'm going to be using real wrapping paper. I bought this wrapping paper this year. It's nice and thick. And I think I'm just going to use this to wrap the presents in. So I'm going to use my little scissors. Just going to we're going to really wrap these today. So I'm going to use my hot glue just because I like the satisfaction of being done rather quickly with this. So we're going to stick the little present on there. Thick wrapping paper is helpful. We may have to use a little bit of the other glue since you can't be too exact with this one. This is funny. This is like the smallest present I think I've ever wrapped. I can place it better than using the bottle itself. Off the excess, and you don't have to worry with this glue because it will dry clear, but you can use the clear tacky glue if you prefer. So that's the little side of the present there. Right, so we're going to glue one of those bead headers on top here. Like that. I want to use my glue gun so bad on this, but I don't know. Let's see if we can. There we go. Then we have our little teeny present. And we're going to hot glue this onto the base of the tree. Just a little too big. I found this little button in my collection and I've been wanting to use this. I think this is going to look like a big box of chocolates. So we're going to put that at the base of the tree as well. But to do that, I'll have to remove this bottom piece. It's going to be a big, fancy box of chocolates. I just realized I have these from the doll show haul, and these are little teeny boxes, and I think these will be great for underneath the tree. So I think I'm going to take this little round one And we're going to decorate this one a little bit more by putting a fancy bead on top of it. I have these beads too, and they're like shank beads, but I like it, and I'm just going to glue it on to the base of the tree here, just like right there. I think that makes like a good fancy something. And that's our Christmas tree there. All the little presents on the bottom. Okay, let's get this Christmas tree in here. We're going to have to take chairs out. Click subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos. Click like it if you like this content, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.